Hello. Today we'll be opening a Lair, or what is it called? Ikoria Lair of Behemoths booster box. So let's get started. I will probably only be reading the names of the commons and then the uncommon and rare cards, just so I don't go crazy, because the bundles tend to take a very long time and they are less than 1/3. The fat packs are 1/4 of a booster box. Additionally, I think I will be splitting this into 2 videos, just to keep it on the shorter side. So without further ado, here we go. We got an Ikoria box topper. And so many boosters. I'm just gonna take them out off camera. Set the box down for later use. And I think I'm gonna just go for it and open the box topper. Very excited. Alright, we got Mothra, Supersonic Queen. Let me just carve out a little spot. 2 and 2 white, also known as Luminous Brood Moth. It's a 3/4 insect creature with flying. Whenever a creature you control without flying dies, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it. Very nice. Set that to the side. So there were 7 in that pile. And 11 in that pile. Okay. Just wanted to make sure we weren't missing or gaining, I guess, any additional packs. Let's take these 18 packs, set them to the side, and take these 18 packs and set them right here. So let's get started. Okay. Thieving Otter, Spell Eater Wolverine, Garrison Cat, Phase Dolphin, Durable Coil Bug, Excavation Mole, Boot Nipper, Anticipate, Fire Prophecy, Fight as one, costs a white, it's an instant, choose one or both. Target human creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Or target non-human creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Pouncing Shore Shark, 4 and a blue for 4/3 Shark Beast creature with Mutate. If you cast a spell for its Mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top plus all abilities from under it. Flash. Whenever this creature mutates, you may return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Back for more. 4, a black and a green instant. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. When you do, it fights up to one target creature you don't control. Each deals damage equal to its power to the other. How can you be so sure you pierced its heart? Do you even know where its heart is? Says Trundon Indatha Poacher. We didn't see that. And our first rare is Zagoth Triome. It's a swamp forest island land. You can tap it to add a black, a green, or a blue. Zagoth Triome enters the battlefield tapped. Cycling 3, pay 3 and discard this card and draw a card. Hunters in the primeval wetlands become fluent in the reading the ripples to tell when to pursue and when to flee. And we got a foil. Bone Lurker, 2, a black and a green. For a 4/4 Nightmare Beast creature with Mutate. For 2, a black, 2, and 2 black-green hybrid. If you cast a spell for its Mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from under it. Whenever this creature mutates, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Scoured Barrens. A land. Scoured Barrens enters the battlefield tapped. When Scoured Barren enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Tap to add a white or a black. We got a red 1/1 dinosaur creature token with haste. think that was a pretty good first booster. Let's see if we can keep up the momentum. Forbidden Friendship. Snare Tactician. Of One Mind. Whisper Squad. Fully Grown. Essence Symbiote. Light of Hope. Shredded Sails. Facet Reader. Sleeper Dart. Keen Sight Mentor. 2 in a white for a 1/4 human cleric creature. When Keen Sight Mentor enters the battlefield, put a vigilance counter on target non-human creature you control. Pay 1 in a white and tap. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with vigilance. Through the Elutha, Bonders have shared the powerful abilities of their chosen companions. Wingspan Mentor. 2 in a blue for a 1/3 human wizard creature. When Wingspan Mentor enters the battlefield, put a flying counter on target non-human creature you control. Pay 2 in a blue and tap. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with flying. Their bond grew over time, as did the height of their jumps. Stormwild Caprador. 2 and a white for a 1/3 bird goat creature, flying, and if non-combat damage would be dealt to Stormwild Caprador, prevent that damage. Put a +1/+1 counter on Stormwild Caprador for each 1 damage prevented this way. After a disastrous day of battle, Lavabrink's lightning mages were recalled. Yikes. And our second rare is Nethroi, Apex of Death. 2 white, black, green for a 5/5 cat nightmare beast legendary creature with mutate, 4 white-black hybrid, and 2 black. If you cast a spell for its mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from under it. Has Death Touch and Lifelink. Whenever this creature mutates, return any number of target creature cards with total power 10 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yikes. Thornwood Falls. It's a land. Thornwood Falls enters the battlefield tapped. When Thornwood Falls enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Tap to add a green or a blue. We got a counter punch out. So we kept that momentum going, I see. But will we be able to do it again? My guess is not. Go for blood. 1 and a red sorcery. No, I don't read this. Spontaneous Flight. Wingfold Taron. Whisper Squad. Sudden Spinnerets. An alternate art, Volpikeet. Mosscoat Goriak. Boot Nipper. Oh, a fancy adaptive shimmerer. And Valiant Rescuer, 1 and a white for a 3/1 human soldier creature. Whenever you cycle another card for the first time each turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Cycling 2, pay 2, discard this card, draw a card. The floating city of Skysail has 2 rules. Don't leave your crewmates behind, and don't mess with the guardrails. Unbreakable Bond, 4 and a black sorcery. Return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a lifelink counter on it. From now until the crystals stop glowing. Ketria Oath, meaning forever. And a nice alternate art, a Parcel Beast. 2, a green and a blue for 2/4 elemental beast creature with mutate, green and a blue. Pay 1 and tap. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. If you don't put the card onto the battlefield, put it into your hand. Wow. And our rare, Death's Oasis, costs a white, a green, and a black. Enchantment. Whenever a non-token creature you control dies, put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then return a creature with lesser converted mana cost than the creature that died from your graveyard to your hand. Pay 1 and sacrifice Death's Oasis. You gain life equal to the greatest converted mana cost among creatures you control. Oh, we got a Foil Swamp. And a Forest. And an ad for Magic Arena. Well, still cool. Probably not as good overall, but I enjoyed that. I wonder what the odds are that a booster pack will have one of those fancy comic book art cards. Alright. Of One Mind. Lava Serpent. Maned Serval. Lurking Deadeye. Adventurous Impulse. Blisterspit Kremlin. Essence Scatter. Plummet. Night Squad Commando. Momentum Rumbler. 3 and a red dinosaur creature. 3/3. Whenever Momentum Rumbler attacks, if it doesn't have first strike, put a first strike counter on it. Whenever Momentum Rumbler attacks, if it has first strike, it gains double strike until end of turn. Interesting. Monstrous Step. 4 and a green sorcery. Target creature gets +7/+7 until end of turn. Up to 1 other target creature blocks it this turn, if able. Cycling 2. Pay 2. Discard this card. Draw a card. Life is best taken 1 step at a time. Zagoth Crystal. Costs 3. It's an artifact. Tap. Add a black, a green, or a blue. Cycling 2. Pay 2. discard this card, draw a card. From the fertile muck of Zaggoth, everything, animal, botanical, and crystalline, grows with rugged beauty. Yes! Oh, I've been wanting one of these. Colossification. 5 and 2 green. Aura enchantment. Enchant creature. When Colossification enters the battlefield, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature gets +20/+20. Turns out the case of the flattened outpost and the case of the missing kitten were related. This is Endress, Dranith Magistrate. Yo! And we got another foil. Boneyard Lurker. 2, a green, and a black. For a 4/4 Nightmare Beast creature. With Mutate for 2 and a green-black hybrid. Whenever this creature mutates, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. That's nice looking. Windscarred Crag. Land. Windscarred Crag enters the battlefield tapped. When Windscarred Crag enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Tap to add a red or a white. Oh, interesting. We got a companion token. As each game begins, you can place 1 card with companion here if your starting deck meets its condition. You may cast it once from here. They changed that since then, but very nice. That was one of the few cards that I was gonna buy if I didn't actually get one here. Colossification. I'm not quite sure what I just did, but I'm quite happy with that pull. The first 4 boosters have been very fun. Maybe not good, but fun. Spell Eater Wolverine. Helica Glider. Frost Lynx. Ferocious Tigerilla. Durable Coilbug. Honey Mammoth. Fire Prophecy. Adaptive Shimmer. Vulpikeet. I was wondering what the actual art for Vulpikeet looks like because I think this is the first one I've gotten. That isn't the comic book. Migratory Greathorn. Sonorous Howlbonder. 1 and 2 black-red hybrids. For a 2/2 human warrior creature with Menace. And each creature you control with Menace can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. The Call of the Wild is rarely a solo. Mystic Subdual. 1 and a blue aura enchantment. With Flash, enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -2/-0 and loses all abilities. Mutating onto the creature won't give it new abilities. It can gain abilities in other ways. Interesting. Heartless Act. 1 and a black instant. Choose 1. Destroy target creature with no counters on it, or remove up to 3 counters from target creature. It's them or us, says General Kudrow. And our rare, Kahira, the Orphan Guard. 1 and a green-white hybrid. 2 green-white hybrids. It's for a 3/2 cat beast legendary creature with companion. Each creature card in your starting deck is a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast card. If this card is your chosen companion, you may cast it once from outside the game. It has vigilance, and each other creature you control that's a cat, elemental, nightmare, dinosaur, or beast gets +1/+1 and has vigilance. Oh, that's fun. And we got a mountain. And we got a white 1/1 human soldier creature token. I'm actually not sure if creature tokens have color. That was fun. I've been trying to build a cat deck for a while, so maybe that'll go in as the companion. If not, it'll just be a good card for the deck. Of One Mind. Serrated Scorpion. Ram Through. Essence Symbiote. Light of Hope. Shredded Sails. Facet Reader. Sleeper Dart. Memory Leak. Reconnaissance Mission. Polywog Symbiote. Rogrin Crystal. I already blew through them, but I was supposed to be reading these. It's my video, I can make the rules. I'll start here. Polywog Symbiote. 1 and a blue for a 1/3 frog creature. Each creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast if it has Mutate. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if it has Mutate, draw a card, then discard a card. It always knew when it was destined to be more than a frog. It always knew it was destined. Rogrin Crystal. Costs 3. It's an artifact. Tap to add a blue, a red, or a white. Cycling 2. Pay 2. Discard this card. Draw a card. The vegetation in Rogrin is dull, but that only makes the towering crystal structures gleam brighter. And our rare Ruinous Ultimatum costs 2 red, 3 white, and 2 black. Sorcery. Destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control. Strike those abominations down. Let their names rot with their remains. This is General Kudrow. And we got a foil. Flycatcher Giraffid. 4 and a green for a 3/5 antelope lizard creature. Flycatcher Giraffid enters the battlefield with your choice of a vigilance counter or reach counter on it. Poachers use the harvested tongues to snare pests, plumb caves, and scale tall buildings. We got a mountain. And we got a 1/1 human soldier creature token. Our next pack begins with Lava Serpent. Maned Serval. Glimmer Bell. Dark Bargain. Ram Through. thwart the enemy. Patagia Tiger. Heightened reflexes. Sleeper Dart. Convolute. And we've got Neutralize, 1 and 2 blue for an instant, counter target spell, cycling 2, pay 2, discard this draw a card. On Ikoria, reactive magic can make the difference between barely grazed and really dead. Insatiable Hemophage, 3 and a black for a 3/3 nightmare creature with mutate 2 and a black. If you cast this spell for its mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from under it. Death Touch. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Savai Crystal. Costs 3. Artifact tap to add a green. Oh, nope. A red, a white, or a black. Cycling 2. Pay 2. Discard this card. Draw a card. The same crystals that root deep enough to pierce Savai's catacombs also soar high enough to change its weather. And our rare, Offspring's Revenge, 2, a red, a white, and a black. Enchantment. At the beginning of combat on your turn, exile target red, white, or black creature from your graveyard. Create a token that's a copy of that card except it's a 1/1, or except it is 1/1. Sure. It gains haste until your next turn. All they found in the hunter's camp were tiny paw prints and a lot of blood. And we got a mountain. And we got a 1/1 human soldier creature token. I like that they varied up the art for the creature tokens. Pyroceratops. Gust of Wind. Mutual Destruction. Humble Naturalist. Patagia Tiger. Shredded Sails. Hampering Snare. Evolving Wilds. Blood Curdle. Alert Heed Bonder, 1 and 2 green-white hybrids for a 2/4 human scout creature with vigilance. At the beginning of your end step, you gain 1 life for each creature you control with vigilance. Considering the zealous armies, vile poachers, and titanic monsters, it's always wise to keep one eye on the horizon. Fight as 1. Costs a white. It's an instant with choose 1 or both. Target human you control gets +1/+1 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Target non-human you control gets +1/+1 and gains indestructible until end of turn. Porky Parrot. Costs 3 and a red for a 3/4 bird beast creature with mutate for 2 and a red. Tap if this creature deals X damage to any target, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. And our rare is Bracos, Apex of Forever. 2, a black, a green, and a blue. For a 6/6 Nightmare Beast Elemental, legendary creature, with mutate for a black-red hybrid and 2 green. If you cast this spell for its mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from under it. It has trample, and you may cast Bracos, Apex of Forever, from your graveyard using its mutate ability. Neat. And we got a rare Survivor's Bond for 1 and a green. It's a sorcery. Choose one or both. Return target human creature card from your graveyard to your hand, or return target non-human creature from your graveyard to your hand. And what did we learn? Never taunt a porky parrot. And we got a forest. We got one of these punch cards. Cool that we've gotten 2. Oh boy, where is it? 2 of the Apexes in one go so far. Alright, moving on. Of one mind. Draneth Stinger. Imposing Phantasaur. Startling Development. Bushmeat Poacher. Adventurous Impulse. Whisper Squad. Sudden Spinnerets. Nice alternate art Cloud Piercer. Farfinder. Regal Leosaur. Costs a red and a white for a 2/2 dinosaur cat creature with mutate 1 and a red-white, 2 red-white hybrids. If you cast this spell for its mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from under it. Whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +2/+1 until end of turn. Ominous Seas. Costs 1 and a blue. It's an enchantment. Whenever you draw a card, put a foreshadow counter on Ominous Seas. Remove 8 foreshadow counters from Ominous Seas. Create an 8/8 blue Kraken creature token. Cycling 2. Pay 2, discard this card. Draw a card. That's really fun. Sanctuary Smasher. 4 and 2 red for a 6/4 Rhino Beast creature with first strike. And cycling 2 and a red. Pay 2 and a red, discard this card. Draw a card. When you cycle Sanctuary Smasher, put a first strike counter on target creature. And our rare is an alternate art. The comic book border, like, oh my goodness. Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt. 1, a red, a white, and a black for a 3/5 Dinosaur Cat Nightmare legendary creature with Mutate for a black-red hybrid and 2 white. And Double Strike. Whenever this creature mutates, it deals 4 damage to target creature or planeswalker an opponent controls, and you gain 4 life. Wow. Make that 3 of the Apexes, I guess. Rugged Highlands. Rugged Highlands enters the battlefield tapped. I'm not going to read Rugged Highlands. Wow. And we got a star shark token, creature token with flying. Is this for the Sharknado card? Oh wow. I'm having a great night. Phase Dolphin, 2 in a blue, for a 1/4 elemental whale creature. Whenever Phase Dolphin attacks, another target attacking creature can't block this turn. And I realized that I'm just gonna skip these. Cathartic Reunion. I keep I'm blown away by this booster box so far. Divine Arrow, Serrated Scorpion, Fertilid, Thwart the Enemy, Patagia Tiger, Shredded Sails, Hampering Snare, Evolving Wilds, and we got Titaneth Rex, 7 and 2 green for a 11/11 dinosaur beast creature with trample. It has cycling, 1 and a green. Pay 1 and a green, discard this card, draw a card. When you cycle Titaneth Rex, put a trample counter on target creature you control. Majestic Auricorn, 4 and a white for a 4/4 unicorn creature with Mutate, 3 and a white. If you cast this spell for its Mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from under it. Has Vigilance, and whenever this creature mutates, you gain 4 life. Yo-ho-ho. We got a alternate art Chittering Harvester, 5 and a black for a 4/6 nightmare creature with Mutate, 4 and a black. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent sacrifices a creature. And our rare is Emergent Ultimatum for 2 black, 3 green, and 2 blue. It's a sorcery. Search your library for up to 3 monocolored cards with different names and exile them. An opponent chooses one of those cards. Shuffle that card into your library. You may cast the other cards without paying their mana costs. Exile Emergent Ultimatum. Wowza. We got an island. And we got a 1/1 human soldier creature token. Frenzied Raptor. Gust of Wind. Ferocious Tigerilla. Checkpoint Officer. Sudden Spinnerets. Dead Weight. Day Squad Marshal. Mosscoat Goriac. Suffocating Fumes. Dreamtail Heron. Exuberant Wolf Bear. Let's back it up real quick. Exuberant Wolf Bear, 3 and a green for 4/4 Wolf Bear creature. Whenever Exuberant Wolf Bear attacks, you may change the base power and toughness of target human you control to Exuberant Wolf Bear's power and toughness until end of turn. Sometimes the Eluda is a sacred harmony of the souls. Sometimes the Bonder grabs some fur and holds on tight. General's Enforcer, a white and a black. For a 2/3 human soldier creature that says legendary humans you control have indestructible. Pay 2, a white and a black. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. More stubborn than Traneth's walls. And we got a Porky Parrot. Neat. I always wanted to know what the original art was. Say 3, costs 3 and a red. Say 3/4 bird beast creature with mutate 2 and a red. If you cast this card for its mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top plus all abilities from under it. Tap. This creature deals X damage to any target, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. And we got Savai Triome. It's a mountain, plains, swamp land. Tap to add a red, a white, or a black. Savai Triome enters the battlefield tapped. Cycling 3, pay 3, discard this card, draw a card. Broad prairies feed the human sanctuary of Draneth and conceal a network of caverns where giant cats make their dens. And a Scoured Barrens, and a 1/1 human soldier creature token. I wonder if the Triomes have come down in price at all since the set released. I remember when they did, they were pretty expensive. Keep safe. Forbidden Friendship. Snare Tactician. Durable Coilbug. Fertilid. Coordinated Charge. Excavation Mole. Suffocating Fumes. Crustacean. Get it? Weaponize the Monsters. Costs a red. It's an enchantment. Pay 2 and sacrifice a creature. Weaponize the Monsters deals 2 damage to any target. Revenge is a path inevitably walked alone. Monstrous Step. 4 and a green. Sorcery. Target creature gets +7/+7 until end of turn. Up to 1 other target creature blocks it this turn if able. Cycling 2. Pay 2. Discard this card. Draw a card. Life is best taken 1 step at a time. Duskfang Mentor. 2 and a black for a 1/3 human cleric creature. When Duskfang Mentor enters the battlefield, Put a lifelink counter on target non-human creature you control. Pay 1 and a black and tap. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control with lifelink. What she sees, I see. What she tastes, I taste. Whoa. We got a alternate art Savai Triome. It's a mountain, plain, swamp, land, tap to add a red, a white, or a black. Savai Triome enters the battlefield tapped. Cycling 3. I almost feel like I shouldn't touch it. It's too fancy. We got a Tranquil Cove. Oh, a foil Tranquil Cove. Neat. An island and a 1/1 human soldier creature token. Solid Footing. Frostveil Ambush. Dead Weight. Almighty Brushwag. Facet Reader. Sleeper Dart. Memory Leak. Greater Sandworm. Well, that's neat. One of my favorite cards when I was younger was Spined Worm, so I have a soft spot for worms. Springjaw Trap. Rumbling Rock Slide. Charge of the Forever Beast. 2 and a green for sorcery. As an additional cost to cast this spell, reveal a creature card from your hand. Charge of the Forever Beast deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to the revealed card's power. The Zagoth wetlands are fertilized by centuries of Brokos' former challengers. Dire Tactics. Costs a white and a black instant. Exile target creature. If you don't control a human, you lose life equal to that creature's toughness. I will preserve human life at all costs. I will stand alone against behemoths before I let them touch my city. I will hold the wall. Oath of the Coppercoats. Archipelagor. 5 blue for a 7/7 Leviathan creature. With mutate 5 and a blue. If you cast a spell for its mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the creature on top plus all abilities from under it. Whenever this creature mutates, tap up to X target creatures, where X is the number of times the creature has mutated. Those creatures don't untap during their controller's next untap step. And we got Kogla, the Titan Ape. Costs 3 and 3 green for a 7/6 ape legendary creature. When Kogla enters the battlefield, it fights up to one target creature you don't control. Whenever Kogla attacks, destroy target artifact or enchantment defending player controls. Pay 1 and a green. Return target human you control to its owner's hand. Kogla gains indestructible until end of turn. Neat. We got a Swiftwater Cliffs and a 3/3 beast creature token. Capture Sphere. Lava Serpent. Blade Banish. Keep Safe. Bushmeat Poacher. Ram Through. Anticipate. Blazing Volley. Day Squad Marshal. Farfinder. Reptilian Reflection. 2 and a red enchantment. Whenever you cycle a card, you may have Reptilian Reflection become a 5/4 dinosaur creature with trample and haste in addition to its other types until end of turn. Danger often lurks in the allure of crystal shards. Proud Wild Bonder. 2 and 2 red-green hybrids for a 4/3 human warrior creature with trample. Creatures you control with trample have. You may have this creature assign its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. You're little now, yes, but one day your footsteps will make mountains tremble, says Gustin Wildbonder. Bastion of Remembrance. 2 and a black for an enchantment. When Bastion Remembrance enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Lives taken are lives not easily forgotten. Yidaro, Wandering Monster. 5 and 2 red for an 8/8 dinosaur turtle legendary creature with trample and haste. Cycling for 1 and a red. When you cycle Yidaro, Wandering Monster, shuffle it into your library from your graveyard. If you cycled a card named Yidaro, Wandering Monster 4 or more times this game, put it onto the battlefield from your graveyard instead. Do this before you draw. Cool. Bloodfell Caves. Day 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Moving on, we've got Frost Links, Tentative Connection, Perimeter Sergeant, Mutual Destruction, Fully Grown, Flycatcher Giraffid, Light of Hope, Rumbling Rockslide, Aegis Turtle, Mysterious Egg, Footfall Crater, costs a red. It's an aura enchantment. Enchant land. Enchanted land has tap. Target creature gains trample and haste until end of turn. Cycling 1. Pay 1, discard this card, draw a card. Lore Dracus. 1, a blue and a red for a 2/3 lizard beast creature with mutate for 2 blue-red hybrid. Whenever this creature mutates, return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. And a nice alternate art. Rogren Crystal. Costs 3. It's an artifact. Tap to add blue, a red, or a white. Cycling 2. Pay 2, discard this card, draw a card. The vegetation in Rogren is dull, but that only makes the towering crystal structures gleam brighter. And our rare is Hunted Nightmare. For 1 and 2 black, it's a 4/5 nightmare creature with menace. When Hunted Nightmare enters the battlefield, target opponent puts a death touch counter on a creature they control. The cruelest monsters inspire the greatest tales. The greatest tales inspire the cruelest monsters, says Riel the Everwise. We got a forest. We got one of these counter punch-outs. 3 more. For this part of the video, anyway. Checkpoint Officer. 1 and a white for a skip. I have to remind myself every time. Thieving Otter. Bushmeat Poacher. Adventurous Impulse. Greater Sandworm. Springjaw Trap. Rumbling Rockslide. Convolute. Mysterious Egg. Trumpeting Gnar. 1 green and a blue for a 3/3 beast creature with mutate for 3 and 2 blue-green hybrids. Whenever this creature mutates, create a 3/3 green beast creature token. Huntmaster Liger. 3 and a white for a 3/4 cat creature. Mutate 2 and a white. If you cast this spell for its mutate cost, put it over or under target human creature you own. Target non-human creature you own. Then mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from under it. Whenever this creature mutates, other creatures you control get +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of times this creature has mutated. Grim Dancer. 1 black for a 3/3 nightmare creature. Grim Dancer enters the battlefield with your choice of 2 different counters on it from among Menace, Death Touch, and Lifelink. Most monsters are more frightening when they skitter unseen in the dark. Most. And our rare is Frondland Felidar. 2, a green and a white for a 3/5 cat beast creature with vigilance. Creatures you control with vigilance have pay 1 and tap. Tap target creature. Fear not the behemoth heard from miles away. Fear the stalking Felidar, which reveals itself only for the kill, says Riel the Everwise. And we got a foil Blister Spit Gremlin. Costs a red. It's a 1/1 gremlin creature. Pay 1 and tap. And Blister Spit Gremlin deals 1 damage to each opponent. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, untap Blister Spit Gremlin. Ah, we have a critic, says Ortheon, Lavabrink Captain. And we got a forest. And we got a 1 more white 1/1 human soldier creature token. Down to our last 2. Are we gonna get anything else good? Artificer, Thieving Otter, Go for Blood, Cavern Whisperer, Almighty Bushwhack, Memory Leak, Greater Sandworm, Springjaw Trap, Rumbling Rockslide, Convolute, Sonorous Howlbonder, 1 and 2 green-black hybrids for a 2/2 human warrior creature with Menace. Each creature you control with Menace can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. The Call of the Wild is rarely a solo. Mystic Subdual, 1 and a blue, an aura enchantment with flash. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets -2/-0 and loses all abilities. Mutating onto the creature won't give it new abilities. It can gain abilities in other ways. Boon of the Wishgiver, 4 and 2 blue, sorcery. Draw 4 cards. Cycling 1, pay 1, discard this card, draw a card. There is no law of nature that I have not seen Illuna break. Makes you wonder what is truly possible, does it not? Says Riel the Everwise. We got Quartzwood Crasher. Costs 2, 2 red, and a green for a 6/6 dinosaur beast creature with trample. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control with trample deal combat damage to a player, create an XX green dinosaur beast creature token with trample, where X is the amount of damage those creatures dealt to that player. Yikes. Then we got a swamp. And we got a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. Blade Banish. Blade Banish. Capture Sphere. Dranith Stinger. Snare Tactician. Bushmeat Poacher. Wilt. Gloom Pangolin. Dreamtail Heron. Blazing Volley. Day Squad Marshal. Jubilant Skybonder. 1 and 2 white-blue hybrids for a 2/2 human wizard creature with flying. Spells you control with flying have spells your opponents control cast. Spells your opponents cast that target this creature cost 2 more to cast. She was born unable to walk. Through the Illuna, she was able to fly. Oh, just like that guy in Avatar. Jittering Harvester, 5 and a green, or 5 and a black, for 4/6 nightmare creature, with mutate for 4 and a black. If you cast the spell for its mutate cost, put it over or under target non-human creature you own. They mutate into the other creature. They mutate into the creature on top, plus all abilities from under it. Whenever this creature mutates, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Barrier Breach. 2 and a green for an instant. Exile up to 3 target enchantments. Cycling 2. Pay 2, discard this card, draw a card. They cast wards, thinking it will protect them, but the biggest monsters find a way through. This is Kinnan, Bonder Prodigy. The last rare for this part of the video is Slither Wisp. For blue and 2 black, it's a 3/2 elemental nightmare creature with flash. Whenever you cast another spell that has flash, you draw a card and each opponent loses 1 life. Fear is its habitat, sanity its prey. I just launched those cards. We got a Rugged Highlands and a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. So, for rares and foils, in this half of the box, we got Boneyard Lurker, foil, Zagoth Triome, Nethroi, Apex of Death, foil Swamp, Death's Oasis, foil alternate art, Boneyard Lurker, Colossification, Kahiri, the Orphan Guard, foil Flycatcher Giraffid, Ruinous Ultimatum, Offspring's Revenge, foil Survivor's Bond, Brokos, Apex of Forever, a borderless, is this full art? I think it is. Alternate Snapdax, Apex of the Hunt, Emergent Ultimatum, Savai Triome, foil Tranquil Cove, an alternate full art thing, comic book style, Savai Triome. There's a term for it, I can't remember it right now. Kogla, the Titan Ape, Yadaro, Wandering Monster, Hunted Nightmare, a foil Blister Spit Gremlin, Frondland Felidar, Quartzwood Crasher, and Slither Wisp. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.